Hello and welcome to this week's Mindful Minutes. My name is Allison Knight and I am the health coach for Employee Health Center. I apologize for this being so late in the week. I was having some technical difficulties and like many of you have been figuring out how to balance working from home and being home with my needy toddler. Today, we are going to go through a stretch and breath meditation. And to prepare ourselves and get ourselves into the state of mind for that, we are going to briefly go over the mindfulness of breathing exercise we did a few weeks ago. So I'd like you to settle into a comfortable sitting position, allowing yourself to sit up nice and tall and straight, but not stiff. If you're sitting in a chair, have your feet flat against the floor. If you're sitting on the ground, making sure that whether you choose to kneel or sit in kind of a modified lotus position, that you have something supporting your sit bone, that your hips are above your knees. So using some type of bench or a firmer cushion, not a pillow, to do this. Then gently close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the level of physical sensations by focusing your attention on the sensations of where your body is touching what you're sitting on, whether it's a chair or the floor, where your buttocks or back meet, or your feet touch the floor, with your hands on your thighs, and spend a minute or two just exploring these sensations, just as you would in a body scan. Now bring your awareness to the changing patterns of physical sensations in your lower abdomen, around your navel, as the breath moves in and out of your body. You may find it helpful to place your hand on your lower abdomen to become aware of the changing patterns of sensations where your hand makes contact. Once you've tuned into these physical sensations, you can then remove your hand and continue to focus on the abdominal wall. Focus your awareness on the sensations of the slight stretching as the abdominal wall rises with each in-breath, and of a gentle deflation as it falls with each out-breath. As best you can, follow with your awareness the changing of physical sensations in your lower abdomen all the way through as the breath enters and all the way through as the breath leaves. Perhaps noticing the slight pauses between one in-breath and the following out-breath. There is no need to try to control your breathing in any way. Simply let the breath breathe itself. As best you can, also bring this attitude to the rest of your experience. There is nothing to be fixed, no particular state to be achieved. As best you can, simply allow your experience to be your experience without needing it to be anything other than what it is. Sooner or later, usually sooner, your mind will wander away from the focus of your breath on your lower abdomen to thinking, drifting, planning. This is perfectly okay. It's simply what our minds do. It's not a mistake or shortcoming. When you notice that your awareness is no longer on your breath, gently congratulate yourself. You've recognized that you are thinking and no longer present and in the moment. You may find it helpful to acknowledge briefly where your mind has been and realizing that you were thinking and having a thought. Then gently escort your awareness back to the focus on the changing pattern of physical sensations in your lower abdomen, renewing the intention to pay attention to the ongoing in-breath or out-breath. No matter how often that you find that your mind has wandered, and this will likely happen quite often, as best you can, congratulate yourself each time for reconnecting with your experience in the moment and gently escorting your attention back to your breath. Then simply resume awareness of the changing patterns of physical sensations that come with each in-breath and each out-breath. As best you can, bring a quality of kindliness to your awareness, perhaps seeing the repeated wandering of the mind as opportunities to bring patience and gentle curiosity to your experience, which is something that we then want to transfer into our daily lives. Normally, you would continue this practice for another 10 minutes, but we are going to use it for our stretch and breath meditation. Once you feel reasonably settled on the awareness of your breath, intentionally allow the awareness to expand around the breath to include, as well as the sense of physical sensations throughout your whole body. While still aware in the background of the movements of your breath, let the primary focus for your awareness be a sense of your body as a whole and the changing patterns of sensations throughout your body. You may find that you get a sense of the movements of breath throughout your body as your whole body is breathing. Within this wider sense of your breath and body, notice the patterns of physical sensations that arise where the body makes contact with the floor, the chair, the cushion, the bench, the sensations of touch and pressure. As best you can, hold all these sensations together with the sense of the breath and of your body as a whole in a wider space of awareness. Again, your mind will wander repeatedly away from your breath and body sensations. This is natural and to be expected and is in no way a failure. Whenever you notice that your awareness has drifted away from the sense of your body or breath, you might want to congratulate yourself. You have woken up and realized you are thinking. Once you have recognized this, as gently as you can, refocus your attention back to the breathing and a sense of your body as a whole. As you sit, some sensations maybe become particularly intense, such as pains in the back or knees, or tension in the shoulders or jaw. You may find that awareness is repeatedly drawn to these sensations and away from your intended focus of the breath and the body as a whole. You may want to use these times to experiment with choosing either to intentionally shift posture or to remain still and bring the focus of awareness right into the region of intensity. If you choose to remain still, then as best you can, explore with gentle attention and detailed pattern of sensation here. What precisely do these sensations feel like? Where exactly are they? Do they vary over time or from one part of the region of intensity to another? See if it's possible to just feel them rather than think about them. You may want to use the breath as a way to carry awareness into such regions of intensity, breathing into them just as in the body scan, and on the out-breath, breathing out from those sensations, softening and opening as the breath leaves. Whenever you find yourself carried away from awareness in the moment by the intensity of physical sensations, or in any other way, remind yourself that you can always reconnect with the here and now by refocusing your awareness on the movements of your breath or the sense of your body as a whole. Once you have regathered yourself in this way, you can allow the awareness to expand once more to include a sense of sensations throughout your body. And in the closing minutes of this sitting and stretch meditation, bring your attention back to focus on your breathing in your abdomen, tuning into any and all sensations on each in-breath and each out-breath. And as you sit here and you breathe, allow yourself to cultivate a sense of moment-to-moment awareness, remembering that the breath is available to you at any moment of your day, to allow you to feel grounded, to give you a sense of balance, and to accept yourself just as you are in each moment. And once you are ready, open your eyes and slowly come back to the space. Using this meditation to remind yourself that thought is thought, and that to bring yourself back to the present, you can always use your breath as an anchor and explore the sensation of your body as a whole. Also realizing this type of practice is not meant to put a brakes on your thought, but to recognize that you are thinking, and then as best you can, let go of that thought and focus back on the present. I hope that you are doing things for your mental and physical health, however that might look for you currently. And I hope that mindfulness is something that you are trying to incorporate into your daily life to help with the stress and anxiety and fear and uncertainty that we are currently experiencing. Next week, hopefully on Monday, we will be going through the 3-minute breathing space, which is something that you can use virtually anywhere, and it's very short and beneficial. We will also be looking at the unpleasant experiences calendar. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful and mindful week.